If you ever wondered how to quarry your own stone, my buddy's been doing this since he was a kid. All these tools are handmade, blacksmiths from old axles. We'll cut this stone using old school methods and new school. I gotta say, this rock saw definitely makes it a lot easier, but you'll soon see that there is a lot of skill involved. We're gonna transform this rock into a usable block that you could use to build a fireplace or something. I'll show you the method without the power saw. This pick is also custom made. We'll make a groove with this chisel. That way the splitting wedge will be able to fit in here. All these tools are specially designed to work together. Now that splitting wedge will go in. We'll need to put in one of those splitting wedges about every 6 inches. That's how you put the wedge in old school. Now you can appreciate what that saw does. Cut the groove and tap them in. We're splitting the rock across the grain. When we go with the grain, there's different tools. We'll cut a groove down the back side of the rock. With the groove in there, we'll place the wedges. By looking at the grain of the rock, we may not be able to split it all the way down. It might split off or shelf off before we get down there. Tap all the wedges equally. As the rock starts to crack, you'll be able to hear a difference. Once we get this rock cut all the way against the grain, we'll be able to go with the grain. Each block needs to be squared up so you can actually use it. You don't want your mortar joints too thick. Every once in a while, you need to reset your wedges. You also have to hit them square. If not, they'll fly off. Then you've got to reset everything, and you'll need to use some of those old school tools. This rock's got a lot of iron in it. It does make it harder to work with. It just takes a lot more force to split it. Use the chisel to reset the wedge. The more experience you have, of course, the better chance of getting exactly what you want. Just watching the process gives you a huge appreciation for it. And if you weren't in shape before, you will be after you're done with this. In high school, we used to say, no wimps need apply. We're starting to hear that the rock is starting to crack. We'll reset one of our wedges. The chisel is designed to fit that wedge. If this rock didn't have all the iron in it, it would have split by now. It's good to see what you do if you do have a hard rock like this. When I start to see the crack, I'll get in there so we can see it. Tap everything clean and square and even. We lost a wedge, we'll keep going without it. The hits are sounding different because there's a crack in there. The hope is that we'll get the rock to shear all the way through. The crack in that rock now, you can really see it. A little bit more tapping and we'll use a pry bar. Jam it down in there. There we go. We'll make another cut against the grain. Then we can start splitting with the grain to get our stones. We'll zip it across with the stone saw. Don't breathe that dust. It's deep enough we can get those wedges in there. We'll set 2 wedges. If this rock didn't have so much iron in there, it wouldn't take too many hits. This one's gonna give a little bit of a fight. We want it to shear straight down so we can start cutting our block. It's starting to go. We'll get our pry bar in there and loosen it up. Now this rock is starting to look like block. Now we can start to split with the grain. Each hit you want on that imaginary line. This one's a little thin, we're gonna cut another one. Once we split this, we're gonna need to square everything up so it'll be a nice block. The iron in the stone is definitely making it more of a challenge. It'll go. There's a couple nice blocks. We'll square one of them up. We'll use the bed of a truck and a square. Now we have a pencil line all the way around. We can use a wider chisel now to knock everything straight. It takes a lot to dress these stones out. When you see the result, it's worth it. There's a lot of skill involved, but there's also a lot of art involved. You gotta have a vision of what you're building. Is the stone the right color, the right size? You'll be walking around, you'll say, that's the rock I need right there. If you do everything right, your mortar joints are gonna be real nice and small. Definitely a labor of love. This rock is almost transformed into a block. The face has got some nice depth to it. Now that you've seen the process, it's your turn. Turn that rock into something usable.